In the heart of Paris lived a woman named Mathilde Loisel. She was beautiful, graceful, and born for a life of luxury, or so she believed. But fate had placed her in a modest home, married to a simple clerk who worked at the Ministry of Education. Each day, Mathilde sat in her small apartment, surrounded by plain furniture and faded walls, dreaming of chandeliers, velvet gowns, and grand halls filled with music and laughter. She felt cheated by life, convinced she deserved more than what she had. Her husband, Monsieur Loisel, was a kind man. One evening, he came home with a proud smile, holding an envelope. "Look, my dear," he said, "an invitation to a grand ball at the ministry. Everyone important will be there." But instead of joy, Mathilde frowned. "What do you expect me to wear?" she asked bitterly. "I have no gown, no jewels. I'd rather not go." Her husband looked crushed. He had worked so hard to get the invitation. So, he offered to buy her a dress. He had been saving money for a hunting trip, but he gave it all to her instead. For 400 francs, Mathilde bought a beautiful gown, satin, elegant, and perfect. Yet, as the ball approached, she grew anxious again. "I have no jewelry," she whispered. "No diamonds. I'll look poor among those women." Her husband suggested she borrow something. Mathilde visited her wealthy friend, Madame Forestier. She opened her jewelry box, full of treasures. Mathilde's eyes glimmered as she saw a magnificent diamond necklace. "This one," she said softly. "Could I borrow this?" Madame Forestier smiled. "Of course, my dear." The night of the ball arrived. Mathilde was stunning. Her beauty outshone everyone. Men turned to look at her, women whispered in envy. She danced with ministers and officers, intoxicated by admiration and luxury. For one night, she lived the life she had always imagined, radiant, elegant, desired. But when she returned home in the early morning light, everything changed. As she removed her coat, she froze. The necklace was gone. They searched her dress, the floor, the carriage, nothing. The diamonds had vanished. Panic consumed them. Her husband ran back into the night, retracing their steps, searching the streets, the station, everywhere. But the necklace was nowhere to be found. Mathilde was devastated. "What will we do?" she cried. Monsieur Loisel decided they must replace it before Madame Forestier noticed. They went from one jeweler to another, searching for a similar necklace. Finally, they found one, identical, dazzling, and worth 36,000 francs. They borrowed money from everyone, friends, lenders, and strangers. They signed promissory notes. They sold what little they owned. When the replacement was finally bought, Mathilde returned it to Madame Forestier, who took it without even looking. "You should have returned it sooner," she said coldly. From that day forward, the Loisels' lives changed. They dismissed their maid. They left their apartment for a tiny attic. Mathilde learned to scrub floors, wash dishes, and carry water up endless stairs. Her hands, once soft, grew red and rough. Her hair turned dull, her face aged. Her husband worked nights and days to pay off the crushing debt. For 10 long years, they labored like servants, their youth slipping away under the weight of exhaustion and shame. At last, the debt was paid. One Sunday, Mathilde was walking through the park, dressed in rags, when she saw a familiar face, Madame Forestier, still youthful and elegant. Mathilde hesitated but approached her. "Good morning," she said. Madame Forestier did not recognize her. "I'm sorry, I don't know you." "I am Mathilde Loisel," she said quietly. Her friend gasped. "Mathilde. My poor dear, what happened to you?" Mathilde smiled sadly. "It was because of you." "Because of me? You remember that diamond necklace I borrowed? I lost it. We bought another one just like it. For 10 years, my husband and I worked to pay for it." Madame Forestier stepped back, stunned. Then she took Mathilde's hands and whispered, "Oh, my poor friend, my necklace was fake. It was worth no more than 500 francs. Mathilde stood frozen. 10 years of poverty, suffering, and lost youth, all for nothing. She walked away, the truth echoing in her mind. All her dreams of wealth, all her envy, had destroyed her life. The glitter she had once chased had been nothing but glass. And the woman who longed for luxury had finally learned the cruelest truth of all, that vanity can cost more than gold, and illusions can ruin a lifetime. The necklace she borrowed had been imitation. But the price she paid for it was real.